All right, what's up, guys? Just like I promised, another stream tonight. I'm going to be opening up Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary Collection 25th Anniversary, 3 cases of it. And based on some of the ones that I opened from Walmart yesterday, the pull rates are pretty good. All right, so if you guys didn't know what's in here, you got all kinds of stuff here. Legend of Blue Eyes, Metal Raider, Spell Ruler, Pharaoh's Servant, Dark Crisis, IOC, Invasion of Chaos, and you get a pack of promo cards, and a random one of the 6 promos comes in like this prismatic secret rare, quarter-century rare technology. So it can be one of the God cards, or Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, or Dark Magician. I've already got Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, and Red Eyes, so I don't have any of the God cards. But so far, the ones of these that I've opened, I've pulled like a secret rare or really big hit from each box. So I opened one box, and I pulled a Gate Guardian right off the bat from Metal Raiders. I opened another box. I pulled the ultra rare Red Eyes from Legend of Blue Eyes immediately. And then I opened another box, and I pulled a secret rare Jinzo, probably one of my favorite cards from when I was a kid, from, I guess it was Pharaoh's Servant. So each case of these is 5 boxes. So I've got 15 boxes total for you guys here today. And I've seen these, I ordered these online, I pre-ordered these, but I've seen these pretty much everywhere I've been. Pretty well stocked up, so you shouldn't have a hard time finding a case of these if you guys did want to open this. Overall, I gotta say though, I'm pretty disappointed with the packaging. The Legendary Collections prior to this were so much nicer and bigger, and I guess you really didn't need. I never really kept the game boards, and I never really used them, so I guess that's why the boxes were bigger before to hold the game board. But honestly, these are so much. Choking on an ice cube. These are so much lower quality boxes, but I guess if you're just gonna throw it all away anyway. All right, so I'll show you guys what you get out of here. And I'm going to go ahead and put these in regular MetaZoo card savers, full-size card savers. So it looks like we got a God card as our prismatic secret rare back here. If you guys made it through me coughing just now. So your promo pack, you get Obelisk, Slifer, the Winged Dragon of Ra, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician, Red Eyes, and we got Slifer as our prismatic secret rare 25th anniversary. What's up, Royalty Gaming Pokemon? Definitely was a waste with the old one, but the appeal of them being bigger was nice. Yeah, I agree. I guess it really was kind of a waste because I didn't really use any of that stuff, but honestly, the quality of these was a little bit lower because they're the same price, and I was expecting a little bit more, so it kind of was disappointing when I got these. And when I saw these at Walmart initially, I was like, there's no way that's them. I thought they were going to be bigger because they're still like, what, $32, $33 or something retail. And you don't get anything except for the packs. But like I said, my experience so far, the pull rates have been pretty good. It seems like you get one really big hit per box, and the other packs are kind of just mediocre. But you're probably going to get the hits that you want. That was my experience so far. This box could be different. Reaper the cards. And boom, like I said, right off the bat, secret rare immediately, Trihorn Dragon. So they were talking about how they're going to be coming out with booster box versions of these come this summer. So Legend of Blue Eyes, Metal Raiders, all that good stuff. But honestly, if you can open up one of these and pull a secret rare from your favorite set, you might just be better off buying a bunch of these Legendary Collections because that's what it seems like they're doing. Every single one of these I've opened, there's been one major, really big hit from one of the sets. So I think they did these differently, and they seeded the cards a little bit better in here to help you get a nostalgic hit so you're not just opening a bunch of nothing. I don't know what your guys' experience has been if you guys have opened these. But that's really been... I've opened 4 now, and that's been the experience for everyone. There's like a big secret rare in every one. which I kind of like better than the old boxes, because the old boxes, I feel like every time I bought a Legendary Collection back in the day, you would pull just nothing. You just get a bunch of rares. And then this one, was there even a rare? Did I miss it? Oh, Sangan. But yeah, like the old ones, you would get a bunch of rares and you'd spend $30 and not even get a single hit. What's up, Poslart? Sober Seth, did you see Nick T's channel getting taken down? Who is Nick T? DNA Surgery, Girichin Kugatawa, Time Seal, World Suppression, Skull Invitation, and oh, we actually got a super rare, Fairy Meteor Crush. I remember that card. I'm very interested to see, though, if this whole one big hit per box thing holds up. How's the quality on these cards? Been debating buying singles for the quarter century promos. I actually think the quarter century rares look really freaking cool. The prismatic secret rares. The other cards, like the nostalgic cards, honestly, they look a little bit darker than the original versions. Like the holo itself looks a little bit darker, and you can see like the gold lettering. It's like a little bit. It's just they're a little bit different than the originals. So we got an ultra rare and a secret rare and a super rare so far out of that legendary collection. Oh, bodybuilding and BS. I did not see that. No. Looking down for. Honestly, I don't really watch that guy's channel at all, so I don't know. Penguin Knight, Hungry Burger, Whiptail Crow, Commencement Dance, Mystic Tomato, and a Sonic Bird. Yeah, these are definitely an improvement over the pull rates of the previous Legendary Collections. I actually thought, though, that much like the Pokemon Celebrations, these were going to be stamped with some kind of 25th anniversary stamp. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, I never really watched any of his stuff, and I never really was a fan, so I don't really follow or keep up with whatever was happening with him. But Mad Dog of Darkness is our rare. But I guess that sucks that his channel got taken down. But like I said, I don't follow along, so I don't really know what he would have done to get removed. But I appreciate you, bro. Sober Seth. Are you actually sober is the question. Dollar General down the street has Yu-Gi-Oh! 2 boosters and 3 promos for $3.50. I got some today. Nice, bro. So it looks like we might get all 3 God cards. I was hoping to get all 3 and grade all 3. Awesome, bro. I've been trying to drink a lot less myself. I'm failing tonight, though. But that's very impressive. Congratulations on 2 years sober. Did you order any Pokemon 151 yet? I'm not sure what you're talking about. What's Pokemon 151? Have I missed the boat on something? Every milestone, I get a new large tattoo. What was your first large tattoo to commemorate your sobriety, bro? I'm very interested in this. The Serenity Prayer at my sober dates takes up my side. Was there any specific reason why you decided to get sober? Was there like a big catalyst for that? And how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? All right, so let's find out if the hit rate is the same for this one. If there's a really big hit somewhere in this box. Goblin's Secret Remedy and a Mountain. So no holo out of that pack. What's up, Kobe? Yeah, I promised to open the Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary Collection, and so far, it's the same as the previous ones that I opened. Every Legendary Collection seems to have at least one massive hit. The last one, we just opened the very first box, and we got a super rare, an ultra rare, but then it also had a big secret rare hit right off the bat in Legend of Blue Eyes, Trihorn Dragon. So it looks like the pull rates in these are way, way better. And it looks like every single box, you're going to get a pretty major pull. And you get the promo pack with a random prismatic secret rare. We've got 2 of the 3 legendary gods from this box so far, but I'm super stoked to see that it seems like every single one of these boxes is going to have a major hit. Pokemon 151 is an upcoming Japanese set with the original 151. I definitely need to look into that, Daniel. I have not heard of that. Hayusobe. Ooh, Jiragumo. I remember that guy. That was one of my favorites when I was a kid. Cannon Soldier. And there we go. A super rare Heavy Storm. I remember playing this card in the actual game. I've been battling alcohol abuse disorder since 16. I'm 34. I'm sorry to hear that, bro, but I'm really proud of you for 2 years sober. That's very impressive. I drink probably more than I should. But lately I've been trying to cut back to just once or twice a month. I was lucky, though. I definitely have an addictive personality, but I never really drank when I was a teenager or in high school or even really much in college. I didn't start drinking until after I turned 21, so I didn't really get a super early start. I didn't really start drinking like heavily until my late 20s. High abuse at night, so it hasn't been a very long time that I've been drinking like on a regular basis. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Yeah, dude, that's always very impressive. You should be proud of yourself. But Daniel Lopez, back to your comment. I wanted to ask you: is there anything special about the this original 151 set? Is it supposed to be like a big throwback set? Is it a nostalgia thing? What's the appeal of it? Archfiend's Roar. Now watch. As soon as I said every box has a big secret rare hit, this is going to be the first box that doesn't. But it seems like that's their strategy. Yeah, it has all the originals, and Alakazam is back after the lawsuit. How have I not heard of this? I guess I haven't been following Pokemon as closely. I've been getting kind of lost in the sauce with MetaZoo. I've been going very heavy on MetaZoo. And it's the original 150. Ooh, nice, bro. You are going to get... This is awesome. This is an awesome product. I'm buying more of these. Toon Summon Skull, major ultra rare hit. Dude, every one of these boxes, I was right. This is awesome. I highly recommend buying Legendary Collection, dude. This is so much better. This is so much better than the pull rates of the original. This is awesome, dude. This is such a great idea to actually have a big hit in every single one of these boxes. This is how they should have done it from the beginning. I'll be back in a few minutes to explain. Gotta take my son potty. All right, bro. Appreciate you. Let's see. You won the marble race on Argos. What did you win? Pokemon cards actually got me sober and kept me sober to this day. That's awesome, dude. Good collection, Nick. Yeah, I highly recommend if you grew up watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And you want a little hit of nostalgia, this seems like a really fun set. The fact that every box seems to have a major big hit. Ryu Koki, DD Borderline, Sea Serpent Warrior of Darkness, Chopman the Desperate Outlaw, Lacunga, and DD Designator. Because what I was thinking was that I was going to have to buy a bunch of these booster boxes when they come out in July, the reprint booster boxes, to get all the good cards, because typically Legendary Collection's not great. You typically don't have good pull rates out of here, so I wasn't expecting to get anything good. But I think every box is gonna be a banger. So that, I don't know, that might save me some money on the booster boxes if these have better pull rates. Honestly, I might get on TCG Player after this and order some more. Nice, bro. You want a pack of Topps Chrome. Did you get any of the MetaZoo product that was highly discounted you shared? Which one? Oh, yeah, Card Shop Live. Yeah, I did. I bought a bunch of my stuff from there. So our Prismatic Secret Rares, Red Eyes. I bought a bunch of Wilderness boxes, a bunch of Cryptid Nation 2. I bought all kinds of stuff from that Card Shop Live sale. And luckily, it seemed like a lot of people have been tuning into my videos that found my channel from that original Card Shop Live video. So that brought a lot of new viewers to the live streams lately. That one website I was going to. You should definitely get some, bro. Card Shop Live, I think, still has some, but they sold out of most of it. So let's see. What hits do I still want to pull out of here if we're going to have a big hit out of every set? Jinzo was definitely a big one. Gate Guardian was a big one for me. I definitely want to pull Blue Eyes from LOB. We pulled Red Eyes. I guess Exodia from LOB. I would love to pull a Black Skull Dragon from Metal Raiders. I think that's probably my big chase. That and Blue Eyes. Aquamador and a Furious Sea King. Hopefully we can manifest the Black Skull Dragon tonight. I wonder how much these hollows are worth now, though. Now that this reprint seems to make them very attainable. I figured I was going to be gone by now. I just enjoy ripping anything. It was going to be gone by now. Yeah, dude. Empress Judge. Magician of Faith. Bistro Butcher. I remember that one, too. I just enjoy ripping stuff all night long, dude. That's my favorite thing to do. It's the best hobby. You just can't beat having a whole desk full of stuff to open, just sitting there opening it, listening to a podcast or something in the background. Like when I'm not streaming it, I'll just sit here and listen to a podcast and just crack packs all night and work on my binder or build my PSA submission or list stuff on eBay. There's nothing more relaxing in the world. Vampire Baby and a Sword Hunter. So far, 3 packs left. No hits yet in this box. Oh, yeah, we got to pull a Relinquish, too. Yeah, man, sports cards, TCG, anything. I was ripping in the beginning of sobriety. I had to find new hobbies. Yeah, a lot of us had to find new hobbies when COVID started. It had been a very long time since I opened a pack of cards prior to lockdown. But it was like the perfect storm for this hobby to really take off. Spell Roller. This might be a short stream because it seems like you can burn through a box of these pretty fast. Hungry Burger, Ancient One of the Deep Forest, Whiptail Crow, Labyrinth Wall, UFO Turtle, and a Banisher of Light, super rare. Last pack, Invasion of Chaos. You guys will have to let me know in the chat if you guys end up picking up any of these, if you guys have good pull rates too. Ultra Evolution Pill and a self-destruct button. So this was the first box not to have a big heavy hitter. How much is a Blue Eyes? I have no idea from this legendary collection. Because I think now PSA is able to grade the cards and designate that they're reprints and what year they were reprinted from. So I'm guessing that anything you pull from here, if you go to get it graded, PSA is going to be able to grade it with a designation that it came from the 25th anniversary Legendary Collection. But that was our first Legendary Collection with no big hit. And I think we got we got Obelisk. So we got the last big God card. I'm definitely going to be sending those to PSA. The full collection of... Look how beautiful these cards are, man. What's up, Steve's Collectibles? These prismatic secret rares. Kind of reminiscent of... they're just really cool looking. And I saw... The thing that I'm the most excited for the 25th anniversary is I saw they're making a English version of the Kaiba case with the 3 blue eyes in it. And it's going to be starter deck Kaiba artwork with the secret rare pattern from Dark Duel Stories, which is my favorite Blue Eyes card ever made. And it's my favorite secret rare pattern that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has ever had. And they're going to do the Kaiba briefcase for the English TCG with SDK artwork in that secret rare pattern. It's going to be awesome. That's the thing that I'm most excited for. Did you get this box from TCG Player? I've got 3 cases tonight that I'm going to be opening. 2 of them I got from TCG Player. 1 of them I got from eBay. I believe this particular one is from TCG Player. Fisher and an M Warrior 2. So up until the last box that we opened, every box has had a major hit. The last box still had a super rare hit, but no big hitters. But it definitely seems to me like these legendary collections are loaded more than the ones in the past. Did you pre-order any of the 25th anniversary Blue Eyes boxes? I haven't yet, just because I don't really trust a lot of the people that are selling pre-order. Oh, yes, baby. Oh, it's a beaut. What did I just say? The one card I wanted to pull, Black Skull Dragon. Oh, such a beautiful card. I love this card, man. So we're back to pulling a big hit. We manifested it. I just said it. Oh, this is awesome. These are awesome, dude. You pull a big hit in every box, and this was the big hit I wanted. Black Skull Dragon, such a sick card, man. Such a beautiful card. My favorite version of this card, though, is from the old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Tins, where you could get this in a secret rare. But this is awesome. These are definitely some juiced legendary collections, man. These are not the legendary collections of 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You're actually going to get some hits out of here. All right, Dan is back to explain 151. He says, so 151 marks the return of Kadabra and Alakazam. Post the whole Kadabra name thing. The set hasn't been revealed yet, but it comes out in June. Oh, that's quick. June 16th. So I know the whole story about the word Kadabra being trademarked and Kadabra being banned as a card, but is the 151 set celebrating that specifically? Just because now they can include Kadabra and Alakazam in that set together? Or is it something else entirely? Is it completely based around that? Ooh, I like Maju card. I used to play with this card a lot in I forget which Yu-Gi-Oh game it was, but I used to always build decks around the Maju Garzette archetype. Dark Bishop Archfiend and Ohama Trio. I remember that too. Wish I had more info, but I think that's all that's out. That's okay, bro. I gotta do my own research on this one. This one sounds cool. I think it's just because Celebrations did so well. That's how they're doing it again. Is there going to be another? Well, I guess if it's the original 151, there's going to be another Charizard in it. But is it? Well, I guess you don't know any more information. I don't know if the artwork is going to be base set reprints again. Rush Recklessly and a Rushing Air Current. I'll definitely have to look into that set, though. That sounds pretty cool. I'm definitely going to be picking up more of this legendary collection if I keep seeing it at Walmart. What do you think of the Paldea Evolved? You talking about the starters? I like them. I don't like the water type one. I forget what its name is. But I think the fire type is cool. The big crocodile. Yeah, the current set of starters for Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of the Scarlet and Violet set. The starter Pokemon for Scarlet and Violet, I think, are okay, though. Honestly, I bought both games, and I bought Diamond and Pearl, the remakes, and I bought Legend Arceus. I bought all those games, and honestly, all of them combined, I've played about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I just really haven't gotten much into it. So I haven't really got much invested in the Scarlet and Violet generation of Pokemon yet. I got to be honest, like Sword and Shield, when I got that for the Switch, it immediately captured my attention, and I was playing that all day, every day. And this was even pre-pandemic when that came out. I was just playing it nonstop. And then when the pandemic hit, I was playing it way more because we were stuck at home anyway. But Scarlet and Violet just didn't catch my attention the same way as Sword and Shield did. Sword and Shield I was just immersed in, and I don't know if I haven't had time or if I just haven't had the attention span, but Arceus, Diamond and Pearl remakes, Scarlet and Violet, I haven't really gotten into playing any of them. But Sword and Shield, I was obsessed with it, and for that reason, I was a little bit more interested in buying some of the Sword and Shield sets because I was, oh, nice, Flame Swordsman. Shout out to Joey. But, like, yeah, for that reason, I think I was a little bit more invested in the Sword and Shield sets because I actually enjoyed the games and I was very immersed in them. Not so much with Scarlet and Violet, though. And the initial Scarlet and Violet set, I opened a couple boxes of and a bunch of ETBs. It was all right. It wasn't anything to write home about, and every time I see it at the store, they got a huge stock of it, and I never really buy any more of it, so I guess that tells you all you really need to know. Blade Fly and a Sword of the Deep-Seated. I do remember a lot of these cards. This is pretty nostalgic. I love the whole new borders. I like the borders, too. I think the gray looks good. I'm curious, guys, what were you more into as a kid growing up? Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon? Mad Sword Beast and the All-Seeing White Tiger. I was pretty evenly into both, but as I got older, I was more into Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon was more me as like a younger kid, like pre 10 years old. Maybe like 10, 11, and 12, I was still into Yu-Gi-Oh! But Pokemon, I like phased out of around 10. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Is really the one that I remember like at recess, all the kids actually played. I don't remember like at recess in elementary school or middle school. I don't remember kids playing Pokemon, but I remember everybody playing Yu-Gi-Oh! At recess. When one of my friends would have a birthday party, everybody would bring their decks of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, and we would all duel at the birthday party because it would be like the time, you know, when we're all out of school and we all have time more than recess to duel each other. We would all bring our cards and our deck boxes and sit on the floor Indian style and play Yu-Gi-Oh! But I never remember really doing that with Pokemon. Labyrinth Wall. Oh, I remember this card too. Manga Ryuran. Guardian of the Throne Room. Yeah, it's way too fucking complicated to play it now. I used to love this card too. Slot Machine. It was one of Bandit Keith's cards. That's the same thing that happened to me when the show came out. I grew out of the Pokemon during the e-reader. Yeah, dude. Exactly. That's the exact time period that I grew out of Pokemon. I completely missed the e-reader series. I didn't collect Pokemon for any of that. Up until, like, I played Pokemon. I completely missed the Nintendo DS, too. Like, I played Pokemon up until, like, Emerald for Game Boy. And then I completely stopped playing it and didn't buy anything again until Sun and Moon. When I was in college, I tried out Sun and Moon, and I liked that. That was probably 2017 or something. All right, let's get another box of Yu-Gi-Oh! And we'll keep talking and hanging out here. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was more popular in middle and high school around my town. How old are you again, Dub? I'm about to be 30 in May. And for me, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was definitely like late elementary school, early middle school, like 5th, 6th, 7th grade-ish. 4, 5, 6, 7 probably. Kids never understand how to actually play Yu-Gi-Oh! We used to fight over the rules. He was right. Oh, Dub's older. 35. Yeah, I definitely feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! For me was like in the 4, 5, 6, 7th grade. Maybe not 7th. Maybe not all the way into... All right, let's see what hits we can get out of here. I guess the goal now is to pull a Blue Eyes. We pulled a Red Eyes. We've already pulled a Gate Guardian from the previous boxes. The Gate Guardian was a huge chase for me. I'm trying to think what other secret rares. I still want to get a Relinquished. Some Exodia cards would be nice. If I can get this damn box to settle. Pokemon, but I still liked Yu-Gi-Oh! Just stopped collecting it. Neo series is where I stopped because I wanted to be cool. Yeah, it sounds like we all have kind of a similar story. I collected a little bit of Pokemon in the early Neo, but I got out of it probably around the first Neo set. I don't know what year Destiny Deoxys came out, but that was like the last Pokemon movie I remember watching. And after that, I was kind of done with Pokemon around the end of Destiny Deoxys, which I guess was probably around the same time as Pokemon Emerald for the Game Boy. I remember the first product I got from Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the 3 starter decks. I was obsessed with Dark Magician and Blue Eyes. I remember getting my first starter deck too. It's funny the things we remember from when we were kids and the random products that we remember our parents getting us. And now I try to buy them all back. I try to buy my childhood back. When I see it on eBay, I got to get it. I remember like when my mom would take me shopping all the time and we would just go running like random errands and go to random stores. I remember the random stores to look for Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like even Party City would have them. Like if we would go to Party City to get stuff for a birthday party or whatever, I knew Party City always had a Yu-Gi-Oh section, or there were like some gas stations that had Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and like the random stores like I'm trying to think, like a Hobby Lobby would have Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh, and I would know like all the stores that we would go to, even though they weren't toy stores or even though they weren't card stores. I knew like there were certain stores that had that little section that's how big Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh were. Is like every random place carried it. And that would be like my mom's little thing to like keep me occupied while we were going running errands, is the fact that she would buy me a pack of cards or a couple packs of cards or whatever, and I would be obsessed with that the whole time. Archfiend's Roar. So far, no hit from this one. 1 or 2 packs left. Let's see what our prismatic secret rare was out of here. Ooh, nice, a Blue Eyes. It is a really beautiful card. That's a lot of shine. My earliest trading card memory, the youngest I was, and I know I was really young because it was at my old house with my parents, which we moved into our new house when I was in middle school, my last year in middle school, and then they lived there ever since. And I moved out when I was like 24, which was like 6 or 7 years ago. But they've lived in that house ever since. So I know it was an old memory because we were in the original house, and then we had our original couches in my original childhood house. And those original couches were definitely like pre-middle school. And I just remember sitting on those there's like really old 90s couches that were like, they were like fibers. They had like these real thick, they were stupid looking too. It had like these real thick fibers across them. I don't even know how to describe it, like cross-hatched fibers. I don't even know what you would call it. But I remember sitting on that couch, opening packs of Digimon cards, Digimon animation cards, and pulling a Skull Greymon. And I remember my dad was in there with me. I don't know what he was doing, but I was watching Saturday morning cartoons. There we go. There's our secret rare. So we did get a hit out of there. Serpent Knight Dragon. We were watching Saturday morning cartoons, and I was opening Digimon cards on that really old couch, and I had to be like 6 or 7, maybe 7 or 8. That's like my youngest trading card memory. It was like 7 or 8. And I can remember it like it was yesterday. I can remember sitting there opening those Digimon animated TV series packs and pulling that Skull Greymon. Yeah. It was like corduroy material. That's a good way of describing it. They were like the weirdest. No one has anything like it now. But it was kind of like corduroy. Wait, what was our rare? Oh, Mataza the Zapper. I need to get some card savers for all these hits because I need to be building a nice, fat PSA submission. I had couches like that in the 90s. I feel like everybody did. But I know after that we got like these burgundy colored leather couches, and that was like before I started middle school. So I know that the old couches were when I was really young, the corduroy couches. Let's get all these hits ready to go to PSA and their card savers. This is like a nice cheap way to hopefully add some PSA 10s to my Yu-Gi-Oh display case of some good vintage cards that would probably cost a fortune to buy in a PSA 10 of the actual vintage version. Oh yeah, I guess we could try to get a Toon Blue Eyes White Dragon would be good. I forget what set that comes in. I guess Pharaoh's Servant maybe. But I forgot all about Toon Summon Skull. I used to love that card. That was like my favorite arc of the Yu-Gi-Oh series was when they were on Pegasus's island. And Pegasus, the duels with Pegasus and all his Toon cards. I liked Battle City too, but I think the Pegasus arc was a very interesting arc. And Pegasus was a very interesting villain. Very flamboyant for a kid's show. I think there's a pretty clear implication. Well, I guess he did have a wife or something, didn't he, that died? Those dual glove chips were so satisfying for some reason. Hell yeah. We need to get the kids in the MetaZoo now. For sure. I can't wait to have kids of my own just so I can get them in the trading cards and I can spoil them on holidays. Give them something to remember when they're in their late 20s, early 30s. I remember when my dad used to buy me a truckload of booster boxes of Cryptid Nation for my birth. I want my kids to look back at their childhood and like want to get that stuff so bad. I wonder if they sell like, you know how they used to sell the dual discs? I wonder if they sold back then. Did they sell the dual gloves? I don't remember anybody having those, but I remember everybody having the dual disc things. I remember kids would get them taken away because they would like try to get them out during class, like take them out of their backpack, their big dual disc, and the teachers would take them. We got a Slifer for the Sky Dragon, Prismatic Secret Rare. I remember in 2010 when the first XYZ Yu-Gi-Oh cards came out, that's when I stopped collecting. Ooh, I definitely stopped collecting Yu-Gi-Oh way before 2010. But I started again, I think it was 2015 or 2016, and I started with Legendary Collection. Because back then, me and my buddies, fresh out of college, none of us had any money, and we didn't really have anything to do. So we would just go to Walmart and just walk around, or we would drive around all night. We didn't really drink, we didn't really do drugs. We just kind of hang out, drive around, talk, listen to music, whatever. And we'd go to Walmart, and one time we went to Walmart, and I saw that they still sold Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and it had been so long since I collected Yu-Gi-Oh, and now, you know, in 2015 or whatever, I was like 20, and I was like, wow, they still sell Yu-Gi-Oh cards? And it was like the same artwork. It was like the God cards on the box. And I saw that Legendary Collection, and I bought it, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool that you can still go into a Walmart and buy a bunch of packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And that's kind of how I got back into collecting, was back in 2015. But I had stopped probably in like 2004, 2005. But it was way before the XYZ era that I quit. But I'll never forget that, because it was like we always would go to Walmart and just walk around and do nothing and waste time. And we just didn't want to be home with our parents because we were all still living at home. And we all really had nothing going for us. So we would just go to Walmart and hang out and kill time. And I'll never forget walking past and seeing those Yu-Gi-Oh packs. And I was like, wow, they still sell this stuff? I quit collecting when I found out about RuneScape. That game consumed me. See, I never got into RuneScape. I had a lot of friends that were into it, but I never caught the bug. Solemn Judgment, nice. I definitely knew a lot of people who were, though. I was collecting the Synchro Monsters Heavy. The 5Ds were badass. When I rewatched Yu-Gi-Oh, I watched everything all the way through the Duel Academy stuff, but that was where I stopped. Nothing out of there. Actually, honestly, that is exactly when I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I remember in 2015, I bought my first Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards again, and then I started buying cards like intermittently online. And back then, man, I wish I would have bought anything back then, like the collector's tins or the starter decks. I remember you could get the collector's tins for like $100 or less, and now a lot of them are like $500, like the 2002 tins. But I remember I was prepping for that bodybuilding show, that natural show in 2016, and I had a treadmill that I bought off Craigslist in my parents' basement, and I had a little Kindle, one of the Kindles you could watch videos on, and I remember watching every Yu-Gi-Oh episode all the way through the Duel Academy years while I was doing my cardio down on that treadmill prepping for that bodybuilding show. I rewatched the entire series, the original series of Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I had never really watched Duel Academy when I was a kid, so I watched all of that. And I remember that's basically what I did my entire prep for that show was watch Yu-Gi-Oh, and then after that I watched Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I watched every episode of that. The original Black Rose was my favorite card, and then Stardust Dragon. Giveaway Blue Eyes. We haven't even pulled a Blue Eyes yet. I hope we do. Still strict curl as a hobby by chance. I haven't strict curled in a really long time, actually. I still curl, obviously. I still barbell curl almost every workout, but I haven't strict curled in a long time. It's funny, like when the strict curl started to make that big comeback, and it had like that little viral moment. Me and my buddy were both gonna do another powerlifting meet. He was gonna do just a deadlift only, and I was gonna do a strict curl only, and they ended up canceling it because of COVID. And then I haven't really thought about doing it or tried to do it since. All the meets that I used to do were canceled, and I just never really looked them up again. And I feel like now everything's kind of back to normal, and all the powerlifting meets that used to exist are back to basically full force. Sabrina the Teenage Witch was the best. I feel like every young man in his late 20s, early 30s had a crush on Melissa Joan Hart when they were a little kid. She was like the original blonde, cute chick. Flame Ghost in the 13th Grave. But honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to competing again in the strict curl. I would love to do another competition. It's been such a long time. Who's better to you, Magician of Dark Chaos or Blackluster Soldier? I think I like Magician of Dark Chaos better. Just on the artwork alone. Muka Muka in a Leo again. I had a crush on Britney Spears in the 90s, LOL, but I was 5. My only memory of Britney Spears was I used to have hit clips. You know those little hit clips things? I had the Backstreet Boys ones because my parents just got us a hit clip, and they got me a boy band and Brooke a girl, and they got Brooke Britney Spears, and they got me Backstreet Boys because they thought Backstreet Boys, that's what the boy wants. Britney Spears, that's what the girl wants. So I had one hit clip of Bye Bye Bye. I don't know if that was NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, but it was Bye Bye Bye. And then Brooke had the Britney Spears song. Shit, what was it called? Oops. It was the Oops, I Did It Again song. That's what my sister had, and that's really my main memory of Britney Spears. I feel like I was a little bit past the Britney Spears era when I was a kid, or I just wasn't paying enough attention. Des Feral Imp. I don't even think it played a full 30 seconds. I think it played like 15. Rush Recklessly. We haven't really gotten a hit out of this one. Do you guys remember those little dogs that were like robotic dogs? What were those things called? Then McDonald's came out with a version of those too. I do like Dark Magician Girl. How could you not? Dark Triceratops. We didn't really get anything out of that box. There's got to be a hit in one of these. The last two boxes, I guess we did get an ultra rare from the last box. It just wasn't a well-known one. But the very most recent box, we didn't get anything great. What is the strict curl? Curl with putting the bench behind your arm. The strict curl is basically you're up against a pad or a wall, and your shoulders and butt have to touch the pad while you're performing the curl, and you can't like swing your arms or use any momentum. It just got to be a pure, just bicep only lift. Some federations make you have your head, the back of your head, your shoulders, and your butt all touching the wall or the pad. Some federations, it's just your shoulders and your butt. Poochie, yeah, that was it, the Poochie. Ooh, another Blue Eyes. This is my least favorite Blue Eyes artwork of all time, but I will probably still grade all these because it's like my third prismatic one. But I'm not a fan of that artwork. We should have a nice little Yu-Gi-Oh submission when this is all said and done, though. Nico bid on Tyler the Great. Everyone's been talking about that lately. I might make a video about it when it sells. Oh, there we go. There's a nice LOB hit. Ultra rare, left leg of the Forbidden One, straight from LOB. I think, what's your guys' favorite Egyptian god card? Mine, by far, I think, is Obelisk. My favorite color has always been blue, so I think that's why. But I think the artwork on Obelisk has always just been so sick. And he's the only one of the Egyptian gods that's like humanoid. He's got like human features. He's got like a human physique. What is the bidding currently at right now for that Tyler the Great card? I know it's getting a lot of publicity. Oh, nice. We got a super rare Senga of the Thunder. Maybe we can build the Gate Guardian by the end of this, even though we already pulled a Gate Guardian from a previous box. Did I already show you guys the Gate Guardian that I pulled? There he is, Gate Guardian. But my favorite card, man, that Jinzo is just a beautiful card. I used to love this fucking card when I was a kid. And it's really not even that complex of artwork. It's really pretty basic, but it was just such a cool looking card. Then we got the Red Eyes. Such a great card. You gotta love this vintage artwork. Magic Drain and a Deep Sea Warrior. These legendary collections are loaded with hits, more so than any other legendary collection I pulled in the past. We still need to pull a Blue Eyes. I'd still like to pull a Relinquished, at least, from Spell Ruler. Spell Vanishing, so we got another super rare. I'd like to pull the head of Exodia. That'd be good. From LOB. We pulled Black Skull Dragon, that was huge. Why does it say chat disconnected? That was weird. Snatch Deal. So we got another ultra rare out of there. I remember my local game swap used to have cards like in a case where they would used to keep games, and they had a snatch steal. I remember they had a snatch steal in that case next to a Toon World. I don't know why my chat went away. Let's restore it. That was weird. Give me a second here to kind of restore this chat. I don't know what happened here. I think the internet just went out. I think we might be streaming on the cellular only stream. Of course the internet takes a shit right now. We still got a whole box of these though, so do not fear. I don't know why it's saying I'm offline. Looks good here, says Dub. Yeah, it only went off on my desktop. It's still on my phone though. All right, I'll just keep going. I got a red eyes. The question was how much for an unwanted slab? Depends what kind of slab you want. Just any slab. Does it have to be Yu-Gi-Oh, MetaZoo, Pokemon? I don't have very many Yu-Gi-Oh slabs right now though. Fusionist and a mountain. Looks like that blue eyes is elusive. I'm super hyped that I pulled that Black Skull Dragon though. Hey Nick, thanks for all the content, bro, and the time you spend making your videos. I started my own small channel. Awesome, bro. Watching both of my channels for years. I appreciate that, bro. What do you primarily open on your channel? Witch's Apprentice and a Dream Clown. Gravity Bind and the All-Seeing White Tiger. Mephist, the Infernal General. I got a pack of unopened Neopet cards. I remember Neopets. I used to have a bunch of Neopets. Me and my sister both. I've got one right here. This was my favorite one when I was into Neopets. The Grundo. I used to have one of these on the little... It was kind of like a Tamagotchi type of thing. I used to have the little spaceship with a Grundo in it. Was my little Tamagotchi Neopet. That was always my favorite one, was a little Grundo. This was like the rare that you could get from McDonald's. All right, let's get on to the last box here. Oh, wait. I forgot a pack. Watch, there's going to be some kind of hit in here. Nope. All right. Legendary Collection. Last one. I also liked the one that looked like a little kangaroo. I forget what that one was called. Bloomaroo? Was it called Bloomaroo? Something like that. Man, these are hard to get. Totally just rip that. All right. Can we pull a Blue Eyes from LOB? Five more boxes to go. Looks like we got a Red Eyes Prismatic. Bro, so lucky to be opening all these cards, but I know you worked for it. Yeah, this is like the only thing that I spend my money on. It's like my only hobby that I spend money on. I don't really go on a bunch of trips. I don't really go to concerts or anything like that. Like this is like the only thing that is like my recreational activity is cracking packs. Some people spend a bunch of money on vacation. Another Trihorn Dragon, secret rare right off the bat. But this is kind of my thing. A lot of people spend a lot of money on cars, boats, jet skis, all that shit. I own a house. I own 2 cars. Actually, I own 3 cars. They're all paid off. All my bills are paid. I've got a really affordable mortgage. So I kind of I just do what I want with my expendable income, and what I want to do is buy cards, and I buy a lot of them. And I sell a lot of them too, so it kind of balances itself out. But don't get it twisted. I've got, Baby Dragon. I remember that guy. I've got my priorities in check. I've got all the shit taken care of that needs to be taken care of. Just paid my taxes. But I like spending my money on cards, so that's what I do. Ooh, another Jinzo. Nice. But I'm starting to wonder how common they are. So 2 secret rares back to back. Did we just get like a mega box? That's the life, bro. Getting to do what you love, enjoying it. Same thing. Yeah, dude. You can't really ask for much more than to be carefree enough that you spend a lot of your free time buying trading cards. That's a pretty laid back life, and I love it. You can honestly make some pretty good money selling trading cards too. I think I spend a lot, so I think I generally break even by the time I grade a bunch of stuff, sell a bunch of stuff, then keep a bunch of stuff from my collection. I think generally I break even, usually do a little bit better than breaking even. I don't think I ever am really in the red, because you can write off a lot of it once you're selling a lot of it, and it all kind of balances out in the end. But the hobby can really pay for itself if you start to really build up an inventory and know what you're doing. Flying Kamakiri, I remember that card. Jonathan Berry says, I sold over 4,000 in single cards. Some of the appreciation, yeah, that's true, on certain products can be crazy. And even like with MetaZoo, some of this new serialized stuff, you can have some pretty big serialized hits that can pay for almost all your product that you open. Even though that's a lot more of a gamble. So we got another ultra rare Dimension Fusion. That's a little bit more of a gamble, but still, you can have some Hail Marys like that where you can make some money. But it's not a totally fruitless hobby. It's not like you're just throwing your money down the drain. You can do well. My eBay is 99.9% trading card revenue, and I was well into the six figures of net revenue for 2023 or 2022, and I was in the green when it was all said and done with what I spent compared to how much I earned. I wasn't six figures in the green, but you can move a lot of revenue in cards very quickly. And that's the thing that's so cool about them. Even the cards in your collection is they're very liquid. It's a very liquid asset. You can sell them immediately, and you can move them very quickly. Blue Eyes White Dragon is our prismatic. So I say that I did well into six figures in revenue, not to because I didn't make that much profit, but to say that you can move it very easily and very quickly. And still keep stuff for your personal collection. But then, if you ever do need to get rid of your personal collection because you got bills or whatever, you can do so very quickly. Whoa. That's weird. That's like an error. This is supposed to be the rare, and the text didn't take. Huh. That's pretty cool. Let me go ahead and sleeve that up. I've never seen that before. It looked like the foil didn't take to the text. Now, I wonder when they do these booster box reprints. Ooh, so this is what I was about to say. I'm curious now, because we pulled the Jinzo, we pulled the Gate Guardian. I'm curious now if these boxes are like mappable. And this is what I was about to say, because when I bought the boxes the other day from Walmart, I bought three from the same. I didn't buy a whole case, but I bought three of them from the same case. And I got Gate Guardian and I got Jinzo. So I wonder if these are mappable and have the same hits in a box. So I wonder if somewhere one of these is going to have a Red Eyes. That's how we'll know. One of these from Legend of Blue Eyes is going to have a Red Eyes, and that's how we'll know if it's mappable. But another Gate Guardian, can't really be mad at that. Actually, this is like a weird sleeve. I'm going to put it in a different one. Because it's weird that I pulled a Jinzo and a Gate Guardian secret rare from the same case here. So I'm wondering if it's going to be mappable. And I wonder when they do the booster boxes, what the hit rates are going to be like in those booster boxes. If they're going to be... Because if you guys remember, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Hit rates back in the day actually weren't that great. You got like one secret rare per booster box, maybe a couple of ultra rares, and you got mostly super rares, right? Like you barely got... It wasn't like Pokemon where you got a dozen hits per box. You were lucky to get any if you bought a pack from a booster box at your local store. Gravity Bind and Island Turtle. A cool app I recommend for tracking your card collection is Collector. It shows your profits daily going up or down. That sounds interesting, but do you have to log like your entire collection with like inside the app? Outstanding. I remember this card too. Outstanding Dog Marin. I like the new feature that PSA just added to their app when you get your grades back. Huh?
Where'd you put my pen?
It's in the drawer right below where you set it. Oh! A Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. Secret rare. Nice. This set is fucking awesome. This set is so cool. I love this set. This is how they should have done it originally. They should have made the legendary collections just totally juiced like this before. These legendary collections are juiced. A Gate Guardian and a Blue Eyes Toon Dragon from the same one. That is gas. This is how it always should have been. And from the same case, we got a Jinzo. This is the way they always should have been doing it. Because I remember those early ones, you would definitely get a few where you pulled nothing but just rares, and you're just out your $30. But I'm telling you, every single case of these you open, you're getting a handful of secret rares and a bunch of ultra rares. And they're not even that expensive because a case of 6 is like, they're like $30 each. So 6 is like less than $200. So for less than $200 to get hits like this, I feel like it's dope. We got a Blue Eyes Toon Dragon just now. We still got 3 boxes left within this case, though. Robin Zombie. I remember this card, too. Begone, knave. It never gets old pulling a secret rare from a Yu-Gi-Oh pack of a nice vintage card. Like that, this is like legitimately bringing back that feeling of excitement that you would get when you pulled a big hit. Like pulling that Blue Eyes Toon Dragon was legitimately like a thrill. We still got to pull a Blue Eyes Ultra Rare from LOB. But I am very curious to see now if we pull a Red Eyes. Because I feel like these boxes have been very similar to the other ones that I opened. All right, LOB pack. I think all we got from this case so far was a Trihorn Dragon Secret Rare. But I wonder if they're going to spice up the pull rates for the booster boxes is really what I was wondering. Or if they're going to keep them about the same. Because if they keep them about the same... Whoa, what the hell? Another error. This should be the rare. Nick, go up a little to see my comment on collector. Let me see here. I use collector. You have to input your collection one by one, but you can enter sealed product, sealed or raw cards. I've seen some display cases on eBay for like 116 of these. Well, I guess that means the singles market is probably way down if they're that cheap. So some of these secret rare hits are probably less than $10 cards now, which is kind of sad. But I'm guessing if they're this easy to pull the big hits. Sealed product, graded, or raw card. Okay. A case of 6 of these, man, for 116. That is not a bad pickup at all. Fake title, or fake trap and baby dragon. I don't know why I thought this was a title. This to me is fun. I don't know how many times I can open this before it stops being fun, because I'm probably going to pull a lot of repetitive hits, but this is the most fun I've had opening Yu-Gi-Oh! In a very long time. That is for damn sure. Ooh, dude, Buster Blader. Hello. I don't like the new school Yu-Gi-Oh! Secret Rares, though. I feel like they looked better back in the day. Like, I feel like they didn't look like this. I feel like it was just overall better. It's 116 for a display box of 5. That's still not... Oh, yeah. Was there 5 in here or 6? There's 5. Okay. I'm tripping. You're not tripping. I'm tripping. I said 6, not 5. Buster Blader. You get all these good vintage hits out of here. I'm not into the new hits like Ghost Rares. The only Ghost Rare that I want is that SDK Blue Eyes. I think that one looks sick. But yeah, I feel you on that. But I feel like they reimagined. Am I tripping, or did they kind of reimagine the Ultra Rare and they changed it a little bit? Because I swear these don't look like the Ultra Rares used to look. Because now, like in some of the modern packs that you can get now, like there's some packs where every pack has an Ultra Rare and it looks cheaper. It doesn't look as good. Like I feel like the old school Buster Blader looked a lot better than that. But I still like that they're doing this. I still don't think we've pulled anything from Spell Roller, though. Oh, another Toon Summon Skull. So I guess, is this where we got... Is that where Blue Eyes Toon Dragon is from? I'm not like a super expert on these older sets. I guess it was. Yeah. So Toon Summon Skull again. So I guess maybe if you open enough of this, it probably would get repetitive opening the same cards over and over again if you're going to get the same hits. Because, like I said, I got some random ones from Walmart, and we pulled the Gate Guardian and Jinzo out of those. And this is a completely different case from a completely different place. And we pulled a Gate Guardian and Jinzo out of the same case here. So I wonder how repetitive. Like, if you're saying it's 116 per display, if I bought 10 of these for like $1,000, get 10 displays, I wonder how many repeats you would get out of those 10. Because it definitely seems like they're pretty consistently seeding these packs with hits. Wild Nature's Release. Can someone in the chat check, though? I'm curious now if this set is like totally killing the value on these cards. Like, what is a raw Blue Eyes Toon Dragon specifically from this set going for? Or what is a raw Jinzo specifically from this set going for? Are these like not even $10 cards now because they're so common of hits? Or like, what's the deal here? Because that would suck. I don't know if they're really that common. I don't know how it wouldn't totally devalue these cards. Because it certainly does seem like they are that common. Because we still got 2 more mini boxes to go. Why do I keep thinking of that dog card and go back to that good boy? He's buried in the bulk right now. But I'm sure we're going to find another one. His name was Marin, right? Marron. It's a weird card. It definitely had to be like some artist or some like executive at Konami. It had to be like their dog for sure. It was it's way too specific of a card. It was weird. A Dark Magician. I'll tell you what though, guys, with PSA bringing back the $15 bulk tier and all these cards that I've been opening the past couple of weeks, I'm going to have some crazy PSA returns coming up. And this time I'm going to try to organize them. I'm going to do Yu-Gi-Oh only, MetaZoo only, Pokemon only, so that they're very, I know what each submission is going to be, and they're very clear in the videos. Hitatsume Giant, M Warrior 1, Flame Ghost, and a 13th Grave. I love how basic the LOB cards were. They were very rudimentary. Sagi the Dark Clown, that was one of Kaiba's cards. Mushroom Man, number 2. Swamp Battle Guard, I think that was one of Joey's cards. Blue Winged Crow, Sanjin, and a Skull Knight. I remember that card too. Rabbit Horseman, I used to love that one too. Larvae Moth, that was one of that blue-haired dude's cards. I used to love his card, Insect Queen, too. I thought that was a super cool card from the tins. I think one card, you guys were asking me in the last stream, what's the most expensive card you ever bought? I think outside of Pokemon, one card I really would like to buy in a PSA 10, because I probably won't pull it because it's really hard to pull. I think that Black Skull Dragon, the secret rare from the Megatins, or not the Megatins, but I think they were called the BPT 00 whatever tins. That's one card I would really love to buy, and I'm sure that's a $1,000 plus card. I have no idea. And my Holy Grail card, Hayabasa Knight. My Holy Grail card is a PSA 10 DDS 001 Blue Eyes. The Dark Duel Stories Blue Eyes White Dragon promo with that beautiful secret rare in the PSA 10. That is my Holy Grail card that I would love to buy. And that's why I'm excited for the 25th anniversary Kaiba briefcase, since they're reprinting that old secret rare pattern on 3 Blue Eyes in that case. I remember this card too. Metallizing Parasite, Lunatite, Ninkin Dog. Spell Ruler, still no relinquished. Hamburger Recipe. Ooh, I remember Wall Shadow too. That was a cool card back in the day. All right, Invasion of Chaos. What do you have for us, IOC? Have we pulled any hits from IOC yet? Sylphide, Neobug, Hyper Hammerhead, Chaos Sorcerer, Robin Zombie, and Begone Knave. I do feel like this is a great product to have sitting in a retail store that I would buy probably every time. If I go in a Target or a Walmart and I see a box of this sitting there, now that I know the kind of hits that you can get out of here and how good the pull rates are, probably every time I go in any store that's carrying this, I'm probably just going to go ahead and buy one of these with whatever else I'm in the store to buy, because it's so fun to open. Do you think we got a Blue Eyes again? We did. Awesome, I called it. Again, even though this is my least favorite Blue Eyes artwork ever, Funny seeing your luck on these boxes. Most people I've seen rip these have had bad luck. Really? That's interesting. Because I actually feel like these are intentionally, like, really good hits. I feel like they're doing it on purpose. And like I said, these are all from different places. One was from eBay, two was from TCG Player, and the other night when I was pulling secret rares, there were just random boxes that I picked up at a random Walmart. And I was getting, I got a Jinzo, a Red Eyes, and a Gate Guardian out of just 3 random boxes that I picked up at Walmart. So if you're having bad luck with this, you might just be an unlucky person. Because I don't know how you could open a whole display case of these and not pull anything good. We haven't had a display case that was bad. We've had a couple boxes here and there within the display case that were bad. But this is a pretty hard set to go wrong with, it seems. It seems like they really juiced these pulls up here. Illusionist Faceless Mage. Castle of Dark Illusions. These are out of order. These are Pegasus cards. Water Omotics. Crass Clown. Cannon Soldier. Ooh, nice. Beautiful Change of Heart. This was a great card if you played the game back in the day. Someone could summon a whole Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. You could take that motherfucker with the Change of Heart, put it on your side of the field, and attack them. That's my Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon right now. Pharaoh's Servant. What's the hit? Okay, this is where you can pull the, not Relinquished, but Thousand Eyes Restrict. That was another one of my favorites. I've told this story before, but one year when I was real young, and I still believed in the Tooth Fairy, my mom would ask me what I wanted when I lost my tooth. What did I want the Tooth Fairy to bring me? And you know what I told my mom? I want Relinquished. That's the card I've always wanted to pull. And sure enough, I put my tooth under the pillow that night, and I woke up in the morning. There was a Relinquished under my pillow. Gear Fried the Iron Knight. I love this one too. My mom was the best. She is the best. And still to this day, I don't know how she got the singles of these cards, because she did it on multiple occasions where I would say a specific card that I wanted. And back then, I feel like there was no eBay singles market. So I still don't know how she got these specific singles, if she actually went online or what, but that's definitely my big Relinquished memory. That was my Tooth Fairy card. So in that sense, the Relinquished is kind of like the Charizard memory that I have with my mom. Contract with Exodia. That's like my Charizard memory of Yu-Gi-Oh. How wild would it be if this is the pack that we pull a Relinquished out of, though? After telling that story. And I think Relinquish was the first blue card. Like, it was the first, I guess that was Ritual. Turns out your mom had a godlike collection. Boar Soldier. Horn of the Unicorn. And a Giant Trunade, so at least we got a holo. See, that's why I want to buy the booster boxes of these when they come out, because then you're guaranteed to get a lot of the major hits, at least. Like, I wonder if my mom went down to the local GameStop or GameSwap or whatever it was, where they had the case of single cards with, like, the little price tags on them, and just, like, went and looked for a Relinquished. Because I really don't think she would have known how to go on, like, eBay. I mean, eBay did exist back then, but I wonder how many people were actually selling Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles on eBay back in, like, 2002. All right, last pack Magic. LOB. Can we pull a Blue Eyes? We haven't really had super good luck with LOB outside of that Trihorn Dragon tonight. Rootwater. Silver Fang. Armail. Mizurazume. Armed Ninja. Fiend Reflection number 2. All right, guys. That's going to wrap it up for the stream tonight. I appreciate you guys. Hope you had fun. And I'll see you on the Chrome stream tomorrow. Nick Strength of Pokemon signing out. I'll ask her and let you know. I will.